Hi, everybody. Good to be with you. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Let's start off with our top teammates for the month of December. So in the New Hampshire, Vermont region, Frank DeStito was our #1 agent. Frank's from Hollis. Our #2 agent was Lou Nixon from Bedford. And our #1 agent was Denise Denver from Bedford as well. So congratulations. In the Maine region, Tacey Ridland from Ellsworth was #3. John Sanford from Wells was #2. And Jody Shute from the Naples main office was #1. And I believe for both Jody, John, and Tacey, I think it's the first time all three of you have been in the top three. So congratulations. On the team side, the Cameron home team is from Exeter, was #1 in New Hampshire, Vermont region. The Taylor Burnett team was #1 in Maine. And on commercial, Matt Bacon and Casey Farley were the two top commercial brokers. And on Great East, Sandy Elaine was our #1 insurance agent. Catherine Kessler was our #1 title person. And Greg Curry was #1 in mortgages. So congratulations to everybody. Job well done. Last week's sales. So kind of modest results, but a lot of activity floating around out there. As I'm talking to everybody, I'm getting a lot of anecdotal information about the fact that the market really feels a lot more like March than it does the end of January. So we had 119 purchase and sales agreements on 28 million in volume and about 60 listings. You know, light numbers, but I don't really think they reflect the market that we're coming into. I think we're coming into a very early spring market. And just to talk about that for a second, what the market conditions are, listing inventory and all that. So National Association of Realtors just released a survey last week, and it was in Inman this weekend. I don't know if anybody saw it, but it was basically about the inventory situation. So between 2012 and 2019, there were 9.8 million new households created on only 5.9 million new homes built, which is a gap of 3.9 million homes. So in essence, if you were to compare the construction inventory that was produced in that same period of time, right, we had almost 10 million new households created and only about 6 million roughly, right, 5.9 million new homes to satisfy that demand, which is leaving us about 3.9 million units short. That's a big number. I think that talks more specifically about what we've been feeling and what we've been talking about why inventory is so tight. And so it's going to continue to be this way really until we get significant enough new construction to make up that gap. And it really doesn't matter what part of the country you're in, it's kind of all the same. So again, talking about things like pump up the volume, using your CRM, listing inventory, making sure you're building that inventory year round is super critical, because that will be what defines the market. Really all about inventory, and more so because what's happening now is that every day that goes by, we're creating more and more families. So that 9.8 million households created, right, between 2012, or excuse me, 2012 and 2019, that number is just going to continue to grow, right? So stay focused on listing inventory. Changing in how we're doing the videos. So the Monday video that we're doing today now is a video that's basically internal for its use. It's about just messaging what's going on in the market inside the company and all that. We changed the once a month TMG live video to, we're now calling it Real Estate Vision 2020. And that's really more of a kind of consumer driven. Now there'll be information in there that we can all use, right? Because there'll be some statistics and market trends and things like that. But it's our way of wanting to continue to be talking directly to the consumer about things that are of interest to them. And that will drive business back to you and your websites and all that. So that's really more of a direct to the consumer outlet. Now, to go along with that, we're also going to shoot two about 45 to 60 second videos, one for buyers and one for sellers, about the market conditions. There'll be videos that you'll be able to send to your respective buyer and seller clients. And I think I'm going to shoot those tomorrow. And that came out of a suggestion that we had at one of our breakfast meetings this past week. So It was really a great conversation. So it was our Bedford, Southern New Hampshire group. We were meeting at Bedford Village Inn. So anyway, so you'll have those coming out. I'm going to shoot them tomorrow, so they should be available by the end of the week. Let's talk about Fast Track Title real quick from Great East. So for those of you who remember, we have this product called, or process called Fast Track Title. And so basically what Fast Track Title is that once we get a title order, when something goes under agreement, we order the title immediately. And on average, that gives you about a 10-day jump from the typical cycle, which is like when the lender would order. And so that gives us 10 extra days to kind of sort out on average, right? Sort out if there's any title issues or anything like that. In addition to that, title also now is going to be sending out a notice when title is complete and a copy of the title report to the agent and the buyer directly so that they have a copy of it. And then that way we can explain things as needed. So I think that's a great improvement on that end. So that's it for here. Hope everybody has a wonderful week. It's going to be a fast market. It's going to be an early spring. If you've got people who are on the fence about putting their house on the market, don't have them wait. They have a huge advantage right now because there's a lot of demand, a lot of buyers floating around, and not a lot of inventory. Rates are also going to go down too. So we're hearing that as well. Not out of the realm of possibility, we'll see rates in the low threes. So you're all amazing. Have a wonderful week.